What is up, guys? It's Eli from ThreeManWeave here, and today we're going to go over what's going to happen in the 2017 season for the Derrick Rose trade when he is in New York. And the Chicago Bulls most likely are not going to have Joakim Noah or Pau Gasol in 2017, so I went ahead and released them in this year. I didn't go ahead and release Jimmy Butler because I don't know if they're going to trade him or not, but I did go ahead and trade Robin Lopez and Jose Calderon and Jeremy Grant to the Chicago Bulls because that is what the New York Knicks gave up for Derrick Rose, and truthfully, I don't think that was enough. I think that the Chicago Bulls kind of got screwed over, but hey, I guess they're going into rebuilding mode, and that's just how it's going. But anyways, this is not going to be 100% accurate, obviously, because it's a video game, and yeah, so these are the settings that I used for this simulation. I did go ahead and put the salary cap inflation rate up. I don't really know why I did that since it's going to be only 1 year simulation. But yeah, that's it. I played on 50 simulator difficulty, and I did load that roster that I put in. You don't see it right away because I forgot, but I went back, loaded the roster, and yeah. Now, one thing that surprised me in the rebuild was the fact that Joakim Noah didn't really get signed, and that was the most surprising thing to me because Joakim Noah, he's a defensive anchor. Most of the time he actually does win 6th Man of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. So I don't know what happened there. I just didn't know if the team saw that he was 30 years old and didn't really want to sign him, but that really wasn't up to me on where he went, so I just let everybody sign him, see where they would go. And he didn't get signed anymore. And on paper, this team looks really good. I would be surprised if this team actually didn't do good next year. I do think Derrick Rose is definitely deserving of a higher overall than 80. I think he's better than Kristaps Porzingis, who's also an 80 overall. And I don't think he has a better 3-point shot than Kristaps, but they have an equal 3-point shot in this game, so I guess that's kind of equivalent. But we're just going over the roster one last time, and I believe I already showed the rotation, and I go to the Bulls roster to show you the Bulls, and they really don't have anybody, and I don't know how this team's going to do next year. I really don't know if Jimmy Butler's going to just dominate because he's the only player, or if they're going to struggle, because the Bulls really have no one on their team that can put up big numbers besides Robin Lopez and Jimmy Butler, and I don't know if Doug McDermott's going to have that standout of a year. To be honest, I'm not that high on him, and yeah. So at the trade deadline, we were 26-29, which is an improvement from what the New York Knicks were this year. And yeah, the roster stayed the same. We went to the transaction report, and Pau Gasol got signed by the Suns. And I don't really think anybody else got signed. Nope, Joakim Noah did not get signed, which I already said. And we go to the stats to see what the stats were, and Joakim Noah was there in free agency, as you can see there. I still don't know why he got signed. Probably just because of his age. And Derrick Rose is actually going up in overall, so is Carmelo, and so is Kristaps. So for player stats, we actually have Jimmy Butler at 9th in the league, so I guess that trading of Derrick Rose actually did help him. And Derrick Rose at 17 and Carmelo Anthony at 12. I do believe that Kristaps was somewhere in the 30s, and so that was actually really good for our team, as the New York Knicks were actually looking like they were going to have a successful season and make it to the playoffs this year. And you'll find out later on in the video if we did make it to the playoffs, and truthfully, I do think this team is definitely a playoff contender, especially out in the East, where I definitely think they could beat a team like the Milwaukee Bucks or the Detroit Pistons. I definitely think that Carmelo and Derrick Rose will be able to blend together a little bit better than Jimmy Butler and Derrick Rose, and I feel like this team could actually make a playoff run. I don't know how they're actually going to work, but I just feel like they're going to do good. And I don't necessarily think that they're going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, especially with the Toronto Raptors and Miami Heat. And the Charlotte Hornets are actually looking really good, especially promising for this next year. But I don't really know how it's going to fare out, as right now we are 10th in the Eastern Conference and the Bulls are 14th or 13th. And the Detroit Pistons at 8, Boston at 7, Brooklyn at 6, and the Cavaliers are leading the way. And Oklahoma City Thunder seem to always do good in this game, so it's not really that surprising, as now we will simulate to the end of the season and see what's going on at the end of the season. Alright, at the end of the season, Kevin Durant wins the MVP award. No surprises, he almost always does. Karl-Anthony Towns wins Rookie of the Year. Nikola Pekovic wins Sixth Man. Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player. CJ McCollum, Most Improved. And Tyronn Lue with Coach of the Year. Russell Westbrook wins NBA First Team as the guard, so Derrick Rose did not make that. Derrick Rose actually didn't make any teams, and neither did I believe Carmelo Anthony did make the second or third team. I can't remember right now. And no one from our team made the all-rookie first team or second team, surprisingly, with Kristaps Porzingis. I don't know how far his numbers dropped from the trade deadline, but he definitely was deserving of a all-rookie spot. I don't know why he didn't get it. But the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Miami Heat actually, I think, tied for the best record. And the Cleveland Cavaliers end up going to win the NBA championship in 7 games, which actually is what happened in real life. And Kevin Durant is your scoring leader with Jimmy Butler at 7th and Carmelo at 10th. And Derrick Rose actually dropped to 20th and had 19 points per game scoring. Carmelo Anthony with 22, D Rose with 19, and Kristaps Porzingis with 14, and he was hurt. So I think that is why he did not make the all-rookie teams. And Derrick Rose actually did have a bounce-back year from the past 2 years and did play 77 games. And this is with injuries turned on. So I don't know if this 2K simulation is accurate. Maybe he'll have a healthy year and actually add some wins to this New York Knicks team. And we don't know. We'll see in the future how this team will fare. And the Chicago Bulls actually did fairly decent. They almost caught up to us in the standings, and Jimmy Butler had a breakout year, showing that how dominant he really can be if he doesn't have Derrick Rose weighing him down. And so Miami Heat finished with the best record. Cleveland Cavaliers close behind in second. They actually tied, and we do have the 12th or 13th best record, and the Chicago Bulls are right behind us with the 13th or 14th best. And yeah, the Cleveland Cavaliers did win the championship just like in real life in 7 games. And that's about it. LeBron James wins the Finals MVP. And yeah, I think that's about it for what happened in this 2K simulation. Tell me how I did in this video and make sure to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. And be looking forward to more of these. Let me know in the comment section what you want to see next. And just remember that this is not completely accurate as it is 2K. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.